Welcome to the first video recap here we have of June. So this is really not just a recap of June, but a recap of the whole first half of the season. So first things first, take a look at the standings. Starting in the National League East, the Braves, they showed us what they're capable of. This is a fun division to watch because the Mets are just under 500. All five of these teams are, the Mets are 8 games back, but they're still in the running, not just for that, but, wild card. Pretty much at this point, if you're playing 500, you're in the run. You got the Braves trailing the Nats. The Nats have been playing pretty well so far. You can see there that ERA, a big help. They don't give up a lot of runs, and they can definitely put some runs on the board, as we've seen. The Central. We are the only team above 500, so by default we lead the division, but Milwaukee is still very close. We don't see them anytime soon, so that might make those games stressful when they do come, but we're just trying to get things going. You can see for us, our season average is 221, so still down, but what has helped us is our ERA. So the Pirates somehow are worse than us at producing runs. I don't know how, given how we can barely get on base. But what has really helped us out is the fact that we don't give up a lot of runs. The Cubs will get healthy, so we'll see what they get, going in the second half of the season. We'll get to see them quite a bit coming up in July, and to see what kind of plays out for the next month, because you just want to set yourself up to be in the running at the start of August. That's all you want. Get that last third of the season, give yourself a fighting chance. The West, Dodgers running away with the best record in baseball, but the Padres, as great as they're playing 7 back, all it takes is one slump and catch it while the Padres are playing well, and they're still in the thick of things. Also the Giants, just like in real life, playing well. 10 games above 500. Again, we'll see them an awful lot in July, so we'll get to see them up close and personal, see what they're all about. The Rockies and D-backs bringing up the rear. And then in the wild card spot, the Padres and Giants. So 2 NL West teams. You got the 2 NL East, or 3. Forgot the Marlins above 500 as well. And then Milwaukee sitting at 44 and 41. Split exactly at 500. And there's kind of your line there. So they're 5 games back of the Giants. The American League East, the same thing with the Yankees. They're just running away, and they're going to just demolish this division. You can see no one else has a winning record. They're 20 games above 500 halfway through the season. That's crazy. It's like 20 games. 20 games above 500 or more than that. 20-game lead in the division. It's ridiculous. Biggest division lead in the entire franchise. The Central, back and forth, and then hanging around. Then you got the Tigers and Royals bringing up there, but these guys are hanging in there. And then in American League West, the Astros lead the division. Not a shock. MLB The Show loves this scene. I don't know if maybe Trout, they might kind of pay him under the table, but they're playing great. The one thing I want to watch, I've mentioned it the last couple times I looked at the standing, is the A's, because they had that 13-game losing streak, and it really just kind of set them in a downward spiral. So I just want to see if they're going to be able to get things turned around. Getting to produce some runs would be a huge help. They've barely been able to get anything going on at the plate. As bad as I've been, they're pretty much the American League equivalent of us. And then looking at the wild card, Angels and Twins, a little bit of a sizable lead. You've got the White Sox 2 games above 500, 5 back, definitely not out the running. And especially so given that the White Sox get to play the Twins a bit in the second half of the season, being in the same division. That's it. The Rays, everyone else is under 500, so you have to get to 500 to have yourself an opportunity to get one of these wild card spots. So there's your standings. Let's take a look at some league leaders. Now looking at the batting averages, still 2 guys far and away above everyone else in the National League. We saw Ozuna. We saw Peralta. These guys can hit. Really, everyone on this list that's like top 5 has did damage against us. The only one we probably pitched pretty well against is Conforto, maybe Seager, but Conforto, that's about it. National League, Trout. Hey, that's what happens when you have a 31 game hit streak. Too bad it came to an end. I was trying to get it in for a video, but I couldn't. But 31 game hit streak comes to an end. He's at 350. I mean, can't say I'm surprised it's Trout, but still super crazy. Hits, DJ, Xander, and Witt are the only ones who have broken 100 in the American League. National League, just Keston. Kind of cooled off a little, but his fast start, he's still playing very, very well. Doubles. Hey, well, you know, Cart. Ozuna. Not too many have hit 20, so we've got 5 that have hit 20 in the National League. Tells a comparison what's going on in the American League. Steven Piscotty, 25. What's he looking like? Batting 326. It's not too bad. Bet A's fans wish you could do that in real life, but hey, good dude. Stanton. First of all, the fact he played 76 games, so there's that. But 274, 19, and 60. It's not bad. Yeah, they've definitely got some Fletch guy down there. Tied for 8th, batting 290. Good season for him. Triples. Couple with 5. Trent Grisham with 6. Tommy Edman there. Tommy Triples, as I like to call him. Tommy Triples or Tommy 2 hit. It just depends on what is fitting for the game. And then home runs. So we'll start American League. You see Rendon definitely having a better year than he's having in real life. 22. 20 for Trout. Fitting. 23, and he turns 23, right? So Glaber with 23. Hurt, but still at 19. Not bad at all. Stanton, what happens when he can stay healthy. Super productive. Looking at the National League, your home run leader in MLB, Keston with 27. Suarez with 26. Unfortunately, we got to see quite a bit of those. Billy got me once. And Cart, 5th. So he's going to have to do a little bit of work if he wants to make the Derby, because it's the top 4. I don't want to say that I would make sure that he would miss a game, but with Coors Field coming up, it's a good, you got to take advantage of playing at Coors. Got to get a couple there. So we'll see if we can get him up there. If not, then it is what it is. Runs batted in. Belly, 69.
Oh, yes.
Quite a few with 66. And got Carp down at 52. It's amazing that he has 52, because he has to do, you have to have opportunities to drive people in. Besides yourself, of course. You have to have opportunity to drive yourself in. It's kind of hard when you have guys who don't get on base. Glaber with 78, leading the way altogether. Steals, Mondesi, I wish you could say healthy in real life. You were my first pick in fantasy, dude. Man, hurting. 25 with a Trout, 15. Just does it all. This kid does everything. Birdie with 28. Bader with 22 and going down there. Hey, this guy is familiar, huh? 12 for Will Lawrence and Tommy with 10. So something that helps when you're not getting on base. When you do, getting multiple at once. Huge, huge help. Walks. Hey, kind of nice to see him be a league leader in that, right? I was kind of curious, National League side, how far do we have to go down to find a Cardinal? Cart. DeYoung. How is DeYoung second on the team in walks? That's crazy. OBP, 433. Ozuna, 448. Probably not a shot. Slugging, 650. Trout. Carp second, 642. Ozuna, 704. Jeez. And OPS, a little bit of a drop there, 995, but man, 1152. Ozuna's having himself quite the season. Wins, Luzardo with 10, sorry. Waino and the Sheriff with 11. Montgomery with 10. And to think I would have had him on my team if the Rockies wouldn't have snuck in and got that trade. Look at that. Paddock has not lost a game. Crazy. Well, last, I don't know. We don't even look at saves in terms of Cardinals, but we got 29 for Jansen. James with 28 pacing. Kind of funny to see Chapman down here at 20, because you think, well, they have the best record. Well, when you're blowing teams out, it's kind of hard to lead the way. ERA, Lance Lynn, and the Beebs. And these ERAs, look at that. You have 4 that are sub 2.5. That's crazy. 10 that are sub 3. National League. 11 that are sub 3. And the reason why we're even in the position we're in, Jack, Miles, Wayno, and Kim, we have 4 to 10. Makes you think you have to probably go to Legend Plus. They're starting to regress to the mean. They've had some rough outings the last couple of times up, but 4 pitchers sub 3, it really takes the stress off of your bullpen. The fact that we don't allow a lot of home run shutouts. Davies with 2. Gio with 3. Man. Strikeouts, not at the top. Cole, 138. Spider tack working well for him. Strasburg, DeGrom, Kershaw. Wow. Old man still got it. Scherzer up there as well, 107. What else we'll look at? Whip, and we'll look at Wars. Zach with a sub 1 whip. It's pretty sexy. Meanwhile, we have 3 pitchers in the National League, and oh, what do you know? 2 of them are my guys. Davies with sub 1. Ew, that's gross. DeGrom at 1 exactly. Flaherty and Kim. Not far behind. Said that's one of the things that's helped us out a lot is our pitching. So pitching war, Kershaw leading the way. You've got Wayno down there at 6. The American League, Cole, Chris Sale. Man, just imagine if they had him in real life. Just even if he was 80% of what he was. Batting, Trout, 5.2. 2 Angels, probably a reason why they have as good a record as they do. Stan, him playing, helping. And then in the National League, hey, Carp down there at 3.9. Ozuna and Acuna and Freddie Freeman. So you have 3 guys that are 3.5 or higher. Crazy. Now take a look at the league leaders. Now let's look at the awards. We'll start off by looking at Player of the Month. So you've got Aaron Savelli out the American League. 4 wins, .75 ERA, 25 strikeouts. Aaron Judge. 6 home runs, 22 runs batted in, a .429 batting average. Basically 3 out of every 7 if you're doing the math. And then Kevin Vizcaino for the Yankees. Interesting. 2 home runs. 9 runs batted in and batting .236 in the National League. A different rookie for the Cardinals. What do you know? Brandon Woodruff. 6 starts, 2.14 ERA, 43 Ks. 7 strikeouts to start. That's crazy. Peralta batting .451. I know. I played a part in this. Dude was raking. .451, 4 home runs, 15 runs batted in. And Benito Pena. I'm saying Will Lawrence is going to be the MVP Rookie of the Year. We have some competition. Benito. .437, 2 home runs, 5 runs batted in as Mr. Lorenz has started to come back down to earth some. Pretty amazing. Looking at the awards in general. So for most valuable player, your MVP. Keston, still batting really well, .311. Cody being Cody, and then Machado. So you have 3, guys batting well. All at least 25 home runs and at least break the 60 runs batted in mark. So Carp not there. I'm not sure if we'll get there. We'll see. Cy Young, Paddock, and then Bauer Power and the old man Clayton Kershaw doing work. Paddock leading the way though because he is 11-0. When he gets that first loss, I'm sure he'll start to drop down that list. The batting title. This is going to be a fun one to watch between Ozuna and Peralta. Which one blinks first? Thing is with Ozuna, he's surrounded by a lineup that's going to get on base and force teams to have to pitch to him. You can't really pitch around. Peralta, as the Diamondbacks fall farther and farther back, maybe you can be more selective in how you pitch to him. But as it stands now, 361, given the situation that his team is in, it's very impressive. Turner, outside looking in. Let's keep tabs on him and see how he does. Reliever. Brad Hand. These 2 with sub 1 ERAs. Feel bad for Oberg because he doesn't get to pitch a lot. in terms of saves, he's had a decent amount of saves, but you could imagine if he was on a winning team. Deadline move. Let's see if he's still a Rocky. Rookie of the year, hey, what do you know? Will Lawrence leading the way, 232, so that average has come crashing down a bit, but still 8 home runs, 16 runs batted in, and if you're keeping count, the stolen bases 12, so he does a little bit of everything. Cruz second, Casey third. Pretty sure Lorenz will have a good chance because he's going to get enough at bats. You look at this guy, he's got 91 at bats, Lorenz 95, and he's only going to go up. Hank Aaron Award, pretty much MVP, adding Acuna. Gold Gloves. Do we have any Cardinals? Goldie at first. Colton Wong, I miss you. Are not, well, actually, maybe not this season because then Carp would have to be the DH and then that whole Pujols thing would be different. Still hate that he plays second base, but whatever. Arenado, third. DeYoung. Same thing with Edman, he plays outfield primarily, so it is what it is. Silver Slugger, no pitchers because we have no one that can qualify because it's a DH. So Silver Slugger, going through. Carp is third. So just comparing him to Machado, 1 less home run, 15 fewer runs batted in. Average is pretty similar. Tatis, the machine. Up and coming machine. Dude is just unreal. There you go. That is the National League. Looking at the American League, you got Glaber, Rendon, and DJ for MVP. Cole, Verlander, former teammates. Luzardo coming in at third. Really good ERA. Just not playing on a winning team, so not getting the recognition. At least he's doing his part to help the A's, get back to 500. The batting title, Trout and Rendon, so 2 teammates. Now Tuve in third. Rogers leading the way for reliever of the year. Nice to see that. I'm sure Twins fans would be happy with that amount of saves. They'd probably have a better record in real life if he did. Hey, that guy. Kind of cool to see the Yankee down there. Andrew Vaughn. Be nice if he could start producing a little bit more, but he's not going to have as many opportunities with Abreu playing at first, and I'm not sure if he plays DH at all for them. Whatever. Trout. Trout's Trout. Alright, so Gold Gloves. Mancini, like to see that. Congrats on the invite to the All-Star Game, All-Star Game, Home Run Derby as well. Rooting for him to win. Stanton's Gold Glove, that's funny. Disrespectful, I know, sorry, but it's still funny to me. Mejia, Silver Slugger, like to see that. There you go. There are the leaders in the awards as we go right now. Let's look at the Cardinals and might start to piece together what's going on with this team.